Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Inside Guns with your host, me, the Yankee Marshal. Tonight, I want to talk about David Chipman. Now, if you're not familiar with David Chipman, it's this lipless asshole right here. This guy is Biden's nominee to run the ATF. And you might ask yourself, well, why do I care who runs the ATF? Well, because the ATF is responsible for interpreting a lot of rules that turn everyday citizens into felons on the whim of an administration. So you should really care who's heading it. And the reason why you should not want this guy heading it is because he is a out and proud, shall we say, since this is Pride Month, anti-gunner. He's an anti-freedom guy. After a long tenure with the ATF, which included WACO as part of his tenure, he decided to go pro and go work for Gabby Giffords as an anti-gunner. You know, a lot of people always think that these people are, activists. These people that work for the Giffords Foundation, Giffords themselves, etc. No, that's a money-making scheme. The money they spend out on trying to enact gun control is nowhere near what they bring in on donations. So they do this for money. And he is one of the paid shills for the anti-freedom movement, spearheaded by people like Giffords and Bloomberg. That's not a person you want in charge of the ATF. That'd be like putting an avid anti-abortion person, one of the most avid pro-life people in the country, and appointing them to be the head of the organization that oversees Planned Parenthood. People on the left would throw a fit. And that's kind of what this is like. It makes about as much sense as putting Rosie O'Donnell in charge of the National Chocolate Cake Reserves or something. You know, it just doesn't make sense. It's going to end up with a lot of bad shit happening. So this guy is not suited for this position. And it's not just because he's an anti-gunner. He's also a deep state apologist and liar that helped cover up WACO. In fact, to this day, he continues to tell lies about WACO to justify the overreaction of our government while they were actually dealing with people there, David Koresh and his followers. Now, first off, I want to say right here real quick, I am not a fan of David Koresh. I do not think that he should have been left alone. This guy was a child rapist and a predator, and he should have been dealt with. Like on one of the many times they saw him leave the compound and go to town, maybe they should have nabbed him. Instead, they wanted to make an example of how powerful the government is and how you shouldn't cross them. So they decided to make a big spectacle out of this. And because of that, a lot of innocent people lost their lives. And then they called in people like this guy, David Chipman, to come in and be an apologist and a liar and justify what happened there. And one of the things he's continued to say to this day, even though it's known to be wrong, I guess he's one of those guys who thinks if you say something enough and loud enough, it becomes the truth. No, it's not the truth. It's still a lie to this day. He has claimed that, oh my God, one of the things that precipitated the way we reacted at WACO was the fact that the Branch Davidians had shot down 2 National Guard helicopters with 50 caliber rifles. Well, the only thing wrong with that, and that line of reasoning where he's trying to justify the gross negligence of the government in WACO, is that there were no 50 caliber rifles found at the Branch Davidian compound, not a one. So I don't know where he's getting that they had these rifles. He even used that as an excuse, saying, this is why they should be banned. Imagine if more people used these to shoot down helicopters and commit crimes. We should ban these. And not only were there no rifles found there were no helicopters shot down. Not one, much less 2. So he's a complete full of shit liar. A deep state apologist. And when I say deep state, I don't mean the people that are like, oh, eating babies and worshiping the devil. I just mean the people who believe that government power is absolute. Anything they do is okay. So as long as all you gotta do is lie to the people and keep them happy, and government should be able to do what they want. So he definitely falls into that mold. This guy is just not suited for this. Even if you just read his feed, like his Facebook page. Oh my God, I read it for like 5 minutes and I was almost nauseous. He fits every trope of the self-important, government's always right, I'm better than you asshole, that you could think of. He posted pictures of people buying firearms during last summer's violent uprisings and protests, etc., saying, these people think they're prepared because they got and buy a gun. They're not prepared. And then, he went on to the old trope of, I'm prepared because I'm special. So if you give me stuff, I'll protect you during this because you're not prepared just because you get a gun. That whole, I'm special because I've been trained. I bet pretty much any one of us watching right now could outshoot this guy at a range, and probably in a survival situation could outdo this guy. I mean, look, he looks like a fat barrel with spindly little arms and legs. So I don't understand where he thinks he's so special just because he was an ATF agent for a while. Remember the ATF agents and people are the ones that were like, ow, 10 millimeters too stingy. I can't, ow. That's why we ended up with 40, was like the government people like that. But this guy is not suited for this position. He is a liar. He is an anti-gunner. He does not believe in the freedom of the people of the United States. He is okay with the government taking the lives of individual people as long as you can lie and cover it up. Because that's what he did. And then he went on to lie for Gabby Giffords. So this guy is not suitable for this position. Period. And even though I know it doesn't do much good to notify politicians of your opinions because, one, they don't care. And two, they already know what they're going to do because they know which way the money's blowing. But still, call your senator, let him know this guy should not be confirmed. He's already been through a pretty contentious confirmation hearing. The vote is soon to come. So call your senators, let them know this guy should not be running for dog catcher. He shouldn't be confirmed, as town idiot, much less head of the ATF. So like I said, even though I don't think it'll do much work, contact him, let him know. David Chipman, this guy, I never trust any guy that can't cover his upper lip with his upper teeth with his lip. Has to do that. Never trust anyone that can't close their fucking mouth. He is not suited for government service. He's not suited for anything. He is a liar, a propagandist, and a profiteer, and he needs to stay in the private sector. All right, everybody, now that that's said, I want to move on here, but instead of doing gun talk today, I just want to answer a viewer email. I got an email from a viewer today who said, during your video today, you made a statement saying, I know I'm going to lose subs when I say the following, but then you went on to say it anyway. And they said they've seen me say in lots of live chats that, hey, I might have to chase off some subs soon. And they want to know, why do you do that? And don't you think it would be better if you're trying to spread a message to make people more welcome and grow your fan base and grow your subscriber base? And for one, I don't like the word fan base because I don't want anyone to be a fan of this channel. I don't care if you enjoy the channel and you follow the channel. Don't be a fan. Fan means fanatic. It means you don't think about the things I say. You just take it on face value. So he basically asked that question. Why do I chase people off? And don't I think it'd be better to just bring as many people in as possible? Well, no, I don't think it'd be better to bring as many people in as possible. Because here's the thing. Even when you bring people in thinking, well, at least it'll be better for the cause, that's kind of like when you say, well, I'm going to do this to make money, but I'm going to put the money to good use. Because people ask me that all the time too. Why don't you do paid sponsorships? Why don't you do paid reviews like everyone else does? Well, because when you do that, and then just put the money to good use. Well, when you do that, it starts to become more about the money. And you start caring less and less about the cause. Same thing with subscribers. When you start trying to get big, that's what you start caring about. Got to get more subs, got to get bigger, because then you got to make more money. And I don't want to go down that rabbit hole because I don't trust myself. I know my limitations, I know my weaknesses. Plus, another reason I don't want is just as many subs as I can have is because, and one of the reasons why I chase subs off is not because I don't want to be popular. It's because when you just let everyone join, like the channels that are trying to get big and make money, but the channels that are, I've been drinking water, I ain't starting this over. The channels that are big and just want to make money and grow, have big subs so that they can tell advertisers, look how many subs I got. You got to give me this much money if you want me to review your product. When you start doing that and you start just letting anyone in, well, those people comment on your videos. And I don't know about you, but I don't like it when assholes say shitty stuff on my comment section. I don't want to have to police all those people. I'd rather they just not be there. I would rather they go somewhere else. I don't want to be associated with a lot of this racism and anti-Semitism and all this other shit that you see going on. Look at a lot of gun channels, the big gun channels, especially the ones that are in it for money. Look at their comment sections on their videos. Oh my God, it's almost like a Klan rally sometimes in some of those comment sections. I don't want mine to be like that. If you're someone I don't think is someone I want commenting on my videos, you're not someone I want watching my videos. I'm not trying to reach everybody. I'm trying to put as much information out there that's good information for as many people as I can without getting caught up in the trappings of the big channel, got to make money, got to get subs stuff. So that's why I chase subs off. It's not because, oh, I'm afraid of being popular. It's not some deep-rooted psychological issue that I have. I'm not saying I don't have that issue. I'm just saying that's not why in this case. It's just, I don't want those people in my comment section. And yes, I said those people. Because there is a certain portion of people on the internet that are just subhuman pieces of filth. And unfortunately, a lot of them like gun videos. So I say what I feel, say what I think, and if they don't like it and they want to sub, they think they're unsub, they think they're doing something bad to me. They're giving me what I want because I don't want these people here. I don't want my channel associated with their comments. So that's why I get rid of some of them. And that's why I don't say that, well, it's better just bring everybody in, because it's better for the cause, because eventually the cause starts to be secondary. And I don't want my channel to be like that. So I hope that answers your question. Maybe it makes sense to you, maybe it doesn't. But that's why I chase people off. And that's why I'm going to continue to do it for as long as I run this channel. All right, everybody, I want to end the show today with our pet rescue of the week. And today we have Mia. And Mia comes to us from Art M. And if you can't tell from her stunningly beautiful underbite there, Mia is an English bulldog, much like my very own Mavis. I love the English bulldogs. Mia was rescued from a breeder by Art M, who says he couldn't believe that someone would treat someone like Mia badly, that they would abuse them. Well, there's all kinds of scumbags out there. Like the people we were talking about earlier, trying to keep them out of my comment section. There's all kinds of scummy people out there, so I believe it. And I'm glad she found a place now where she's not going to be abused. Although a lot of people might say making her wear that ugly pink sweater is kind of psychological abuse. But she seems like she doesn't mind it too bad. So I'll give you a pass on that. But just wanted to show everyone Mia today, the English bulldog. Wanted to thank Art M for being a good human and giving her a forever home. And we wanted to congratulate Mia on finding a family that'll treat her right, even if they do make her wear some questionable sweaters for the rest of her life. Hey everybody, before I sign off here, I just want to remind people, if you want to ask me a question, something you want me to address on the show, don't be shy. Send me an email. Send it to shootingleftofcenter@gmail.com, and in the subject line, just put Ask the Yank. Ask me whatever you want to ask me. If I think it's worth addressing, I'll address it. Sometimes I address things that aren't even really worth addressing just because I feel like addressing it. So you never know what I'm going to answer. So if you've got a topic you'd like me to discuss, or you just have a question you'd like me to answer, send me an email, shootingleftofcenter@gmail.com, and just in the subject line, put Ask the Yank. And with that being said, I want to sign off today, as usual, by saying, as far as the state of the world today is concerned, it is what it is. But in the very near future, if we continue to ignore the fearmongers and the profiteers and the propagandists, the people that want to manipulate you for their own gain, if we continue to ignore those people, what things will be in the very near future for those of us that believe in the Constitution and believe in freedom is better.